figure out who it is.
When
I figured out who this was going to be, or when I was told I was going to have to speak to this guy, I tried to think about, what can I say? And honestly, I could talk for hours, which I'm sure at this point, you guys are thrilled about. And then I realized there was a lot of things
This is the guy that got stuck in that thing.
Summy.
And I wanted to focus a little bit more on his growth off the field this year, because I think it really reflected what we all saw on Friday night. It's something that I've done. I've coached high school ball for 18 years. It's something I've always done in the off season as we move into winter, spring, or winter workouts, is ask a kid to self-reflect. And as adults, I think we all can probably realize that that's not the easiest thing to do. To really sit back and say, what are my deficiencies? What can I get better at? So as a high school kid, imagine the challenges that is. So when I asked Adam, truly self-reflect and tell me where you think you need to get better as a ball player. It's the first time I've asked, as I said, 18 years I've asked kids every year to give me this response. And I've coached kids that, quite frankly, probably should not have been on a high school field. And I've coached guys that are still currently in the NFL. And never have I had a kid more accurately describe what he needs to do to make himself better. And his response to me was the same thing that I had written down, that I told him that I think he needs to do to make himself better. And it's something as minuscule as maybe you guys don't recognize from the stands every Friday night, but it's his footwork. And the footwork can really translate into something huge with a play. When I look at the film from last year, I saw a lot of broken pockets. I saw him running out of breaking the pocket to the outside. And that's fine at certain times. The problem with that is it breaks the play down. All of a sudden you got guys scrambling, you're moving into the scrambling. Teaching proper footwork, recognizing rushes and sliding around the pocket, something as little as 6 inches. Honestly, 6 inches can make the difference in a play. It extends the play versus break the play down. And when you extend the play, you keep the route concept stable, you keep the guys going the same direction, you can finish the play versus having plays that are broken down. So we put together a couple drills, and I know wherever Zach and Adam are sitting right now, they're thinking of one in particular. They probably just, they're gritting their teeth thinking about it. But it worked. It transcended into what we saw Friday nights every single day. He worked his tail off to make this footwork thing happen. And I think we saw on the field every Friday night the results of that. The other thing is something that I've kind of carried over from when I played college ball. My coaches used to tell us something we call it PET. It's preparation, effort, talent. And if you don't have preparation, you can't give the proper effort, your talent will never come through. Preparation is where it all starts. And I've never been around a high school quarterback that prepares for a game on Friday nights like Adam. He knows the depths of the linebacker drops. He knows the angles of their drops. He knows what corners to attack on outs. He knows what corners to attack on quick slants. It's impressive. It's something that you just don't see from the average high school quarterback. The last thing that I want to talk about is I think it's the one I'm most proud of with him. Because if you know Adam, he's typically a pretty reserved, shy kid. Until you go on a basketball court, things change a little bit there. But he's typically a reserved, shy kid. And I asked him to grow as a young man into a more verbal leader of this team. His actions have always dictated leadership. But I was looking for more of a verbal thing. There's a couple kids in this room that we needed that from this year, and he was one of them. And I know for a fact he did it. I would text with him sometimes 3 hours a night, talking about the leadership things that we need to do, things that were taking place. What can he do better as a leader? And quite frankly, I'm so proud of that growth perspective from him this year than anything else I've seen on the field.
I see you cry now, dude.
So I know everybody in this room is, knows what we saw the last couple of years watching this young man grow as a quarterback. I know it's been my privilege to work with him. By far the most pleasure I've had in 18 years of high school coaching, working with a quarterback. I just hope that the talent of Burbank recognizes what they've seen the last couple of years. And a perfect depiction of that was after the Burroughs game this year. I was talking with Adam after the game, and a Burroughs father came over and told him, it has been one hell of a ride watching you play the last 2 years. That's quite remarkable. Not just on this program, but on this entire town. And I'm going to miss him. There's no question I'm going to miss him. Not just as a football player, but I'm going to miss him as a young man. So your offensive MVP this year is your quarterback, Adam Colman. this individual